Hello friends, today in the topic of the Fourier transform, in the last lecture we have just given the preliminaries of the Fourier transform. हमने Fourier transform की एलिमेंट्री डेफिनेशंस दी हुई थी. सबसे पहले हमने we have seen the Fourier integral theorem. Then we have given the formulae of Fourier transform, Fourier inverse transform, Fourier sine transform, Fourier inverse sine transform, Fourier cosine transform, and Fourier inverse cosine transform. These formulae we have taken up in the previous lecture. Now, some examples on the Fourier integral theorem. Fourier integral theorem. So let me quickly revise. This theorem is given by this equation f of x is equal to 1 upon pi integral 0 to infinity integral minus infinity to infinity f of t into cos of lambda times t minus x dt d lambda. We have seen this. Now we shall derive the two versions of this Fourier integral theorem. If f of t is odd function of t, consider f of t is odd function of t. Now this is the equation when I am rewriting it as 1 upon pi integral 0 to infinity minus infinity to infinity f of t. Now I shall expand this cos of lambda t minus lambda x as cos lambda t cos lambda x plus sin lambda t sin lambda x. This is the expansion of this cos of lambda t minus lambda x dt lambda dt d lambda. Now this gives me two different integral like this: 1 upon pi integral 0 to infinity cos of lambda t into integral 0 to infinity f of t into cos of lambda x dt d lambda integral number 1 plus. Shall consider this first term, and second term is 1 upon pi. That should be minus infinity to infinity 1 upon pi integral 0 to infinity. Now sine of lambda t, this term, to integral minus infinity to infinity f of t into sin lambda x dt d lambda. Now we have considered f of t is an odd function. Now this is odd function, this is even function. If this is odd function, integral minus infinity to infinity f of t would be 0, and that would be further equal to, moreover, this is also odd function sin of lambda t, and f of t is an odd function, so odd into odd it would be an even function. So this would be, first integral is 0 from the property of definite integral, so second integral is equal to 2 times integral 0 to infinity sin lambda t integral 0 to infinity f of t sin lambda x dt d lambda. What does it mean? If the function is an odd function, then this Fourier integral is the this particular integral is called as Fourier sine integral. Fourier sine integral. No, you should note this formula. This is a Roman one. Now, similarly, if we have considered if f of t is an odd, then it reduces to Fourier sine integral. Similarly, if f of t is an even function, then f of x, it reduces to integral 0 to infinity cos of lambda x to 0 to infinity f of t into cos of lambda t dt d lambda. So this is called as Fourier cosine integral. We shall note this property of this Fourier integral. If it is the function is an odd function, then its Fourier integral is nothing but the Fourier sine integral. Whereas if the function is an even function, then its Fourier integral is nothing but the Fourier cosine integral. So, subject to this, we shall solve examples on Fourier integral theorem. So, example number 1. Express f of x is equal to 1 if mod of x is less than or equal to 1 and it is 0 if mod of x is greater than 1. It should be noted that mod of x less than or equal to 1 means the closed interval 0, -1 to 1. It can be also denoted by this interval. And this greater than 1 means the interval which is complement of this interval. It is minus infinity to -1 union 1 to infinity. Okay, that is the complement of this -1. ये इंटरवल को छोड़ के जो भी इंटरवल है वो ये फंक्शन की रेंज में ये एफ ऑफ एक्स की वैल्यू 0 है ये वैल्यूज के लिए. नाउ वी वांट टू एक्सप्रेस दिस particular type of function as a Fourier integral and hence thereby we shall evaluate integral 0 to infinity sine of lambda into cos of lambda x upon lambda d lambda. So what is given to us? given function. Given function is given in terms of x. I would write it as f of t. F of t is equal to 1 if mod of t is less than or equal to 1 and it is equal to 0 otherwise. T lies between minus 1 to 1. That is the meaning of this interval mod of t less than or equal to 1. Now, this function given is an even function. Why? Because its graph is between minus 1 to 1. It is minus 1. This point is 1. If this is t axis, if this is f of t axis, so its plot is between minus 1 to 1 in this interval. Its value is 1. Its value is 1. And from 1 to infinity it is 0. It is 0. Here also left hand side it is 0. So from infinity to minus 1 it is 0. For minus 1 it takes the value 1 from minus 1 to 1. And again from 1 and onwards it takes the values 0. So this is the plot or graph of this function given, which is symmetric to the y-axis or f of t axis. The function given is an even function of t. Therefore, the Fourier integral of it will be a Fourier cosine integral. What is the Fourier cosine integral? That is equal to 2 upon pi integral 0 to infinity cos of lambda x 0 to infinity f of t cos of lambda t dt d lambda. This is the Fourier integral for this given even function. So I shall substitute for this f of t between the 0 to infinity. 0 से इंफिनिटी में फंक्शन की वैल्यू क्या है? 0 से 1 में ये 1 ले रहा है और फ्रॉम 1 एंड ऑनवर्ड इट इज टेकिंग वैल्यू 0. सो cos lambda x between the limits 0 to 1 f of t is 1 cos of lambda t dt d lambda, and from 1 and onwards it is 0. So ये 0 to infinity को हमने कैसे स्प्लिट किया है? 0 to 1 and from 1 to infinity. 1 to infinity में इसलिए 0 है, इसलिए वो इंटीग्रल भी 0 हो जाएगा. That is further equal to 2 upon pi integral 0 to infinity cos of lambda x. Now अभी इसको इंटीग्रेट कर लेंगे विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू t. cos lambda t का इंटीग्रल होता है sin lambda t विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू t है, तो डिवाइडेड बाय लैम्बडा हो जाएगा. t के लिमिट्स 0 to 1 है d lambda. Now we shall employ the limits now 2 upon pi integral 0 to infinity cos of lambda x into, for t equal to 1, it is sine lambda upon lambda. For lower limit t equal to 0, it would be 0. So d lambda. So we have deduced similar type of integral which we are already given, 0 to infinity sine lambda. This is the value of f of x given function as a function of x. Therefore, from this integral 0 to infinity 2 upon pi, not 2 upon pi, let me, integral 0 to infinity sine of lambda cos of lambda x upon lambda d lambda is equal to pi by 2 times f of, we have considered the function as function of t, so it should be t here. However, it is given us f of t, no need to change. So that is further equal to pi by 2 times, what is the value of f of t? f of t की वैल्यू 1 है, किसके लिए? माइनस 1 to 1 के, so it is equal to pi by 2 into 1 for t equal to minus 1 to 1, and it is equal to pi by 2 into 0 otherwise. That is how we evaluate this integral by expressing the function in the form of Fourier integral. कोई भी फंक्शन को satisfying well defined and Dirichlet condition can be expressed in the form of Fourier integral. I have told you in the very first lecture, it is continuous analog of Fourier series. Fourier series is meant for the periodic functions satisfying Dirichlet conditions. So this is an advanced version. So we have expressed this function f of x in the form of Fourier integral, and we have, as the function given was an even function, we have used this formula, Fourier cosine integral formula. This can be also solved by Fourier integral formula also. That is a little difficult. So this is quite easy than that. Very simple integral. We shall solve one more example based on this. Example number 2. Express or not express. The example is using Fourier integral representation. Fourier integral representation. Show that what we want to establish, integral 0 to infinity cos of omega x upon k square plus omega square t omega is equal to pi into e raised to power minus kx upon twice k, x greater than 0 and k greater than 0. This is Fourier integral representation. It contains the term, cosine term. This is the function whose such representation is to be established by us. So we observe over here that what is the function given? This pi upon 2k is of course a constant. So function is an exponential function e to the power minus kx. Let f of x be equal to e to the power minus kx. Both k and x must be necessarily positive, because if any one of them is negative, the exponent would be positive, negative into negative. Now, what is the Fourier cosine representation integral? We know that Fourier cosine integral is f of x is equal to 2 upon pi integral 0 to infinity cos of omega x integral 0 to infinity f of x into cos of omega t. Instead of lambda here, it is given as dt d omega. Now I will be substituting the value of f of x here. That is further equal to 2 upon pi integral 0 to infinity cos of omega x to integral 0 to infinity f of x is e to the power minus kt into cos of omega t dt d omega. Once again, the function is expressed in terms of t. Okay, now one more thing I would like to tell you. I will use the formula here. Integral e raised to power ax into cos of bx dx is equal to, the formula is e raised to power ax upon a square plus b square into a cos bx plus b sin bx. 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity cos of omega x. Now I would be using this formula here. The value of a is minus k and b is omega. So it is equal to e raised to power minus kt upon k square, minus k square means k square plus omega square into bracket minus k cos omega t plus omega sin omega t. Limits of t, they are from 0 to infinity d omega. Now I will be employing the limits. 2 upon pi integral 0 to infinity cos of omega x times. Now for upper limit t equal to infinity, e to the power minus infinity is 0. 0 minus. For lower limit t equal to 0, e raised to power 0 is 1 upon k square plus omega square into minus k into cos 0 is 1 plus sin 0 is 0 d omega. So what we have deduced, this is constant, minus minus would become plus, twice k upon pi into k square plus omega square into integral 0 to infinity cos of omega x d omega, that is equal to f of x. And what we want to prove therefore from this? It is very easy to see that integral 0 to infinity cos of omega x upon k square plus omega square d ओमेगा की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी? ये पाई अपॉन 2k हो जाएगा, पाई अपॉन 2k इंटू एफ ऑफ एक्स. और एफ ऑफ एक्स हमने क्या लिया था? पाई अपॉन 2k e to the power minus kx. So that is how we solve examples based on this Fourier integral theorem. It should be noted that if the function is given is even function, then use the Fourier sine integral formula. Here it is cosine formula. If it is an even function, then we use not sine formula, Fourier cosine integral formula. Here we want to establish this. It is everything is given to us in this example. This is the function. This is its representation number 1. As it contains the cosine terms, it is Fourier cosine integral. That is why we have deliberately used the Fourier cosine integral formula, and we have used this as a function, e to the power minus kx. Pi upon 2k is constant, so we have considered f of x as this e to the power minus kx and use the Fourier cosine integral formula, and we have established this result as required. So thank you very much.